Yeah. Deep-rooted conversations. Real talk. Real roots. Real us. Souls. Soft rain. No middleman between the truth. I can see it in your eyes, you got it. Pain got your heart moving cautious. Different worlds but the same kind of scars hit. Different roads but somehow we still crossed it. Mad cause the world never listened right. Mad cause your truth always turned to fights. But every time you speak I hear the hurt inside. And every time I talk I'm trying to heal the divide. All the talks we done had, all the perspectives we shared. Now we trying to understand why nobody cares.
What we really talking about? Yeah. Ta-da-da, yeah. Jahara took a plea, now the timeline quiet. Yesterday everybody had a torch and started a riot. Karmelo got the spotlight, every opinion loaded. Everybody played judge before the facts got quoted. Tell me what's justice, tell me what's narrative. When emotions drive the car, facts become comparative. One case got sympathy, one case got scrutiny. Same community debating who deserves immunity. Meanwhile, person got a ring, but they talking about his wife like the color of her skin means more than his whole life. Dropped 40 under pressure, carried New York on his back, won a championship, still discussing who he attract. That's crazy. That's crazy. The trophy on the mantle, but the marriage got the views. We say we want success, then dissect who people choose. LeBron says, stay home, protect what you build. A lot of folks chase attention and wonder why they feel guilt. See, the grass ain't greener, it's just water different. Everybody wants peace, but they addicted to the friction. We scrolling for division, searching for another side. Instead of asking harder questions, we just pick a team and ride. What happened to accountability? What happened to growth? Everybody wants the truth, long as it supports they post. The comment section loud, the real world whispering. People losing years of life while the internet bickering. One day can change a future, one choice can change a name. One verdict starts healing or pours fuel on the flame. So, what we really talking about? Justice or popularity? Truth or tribal loyalty? Wisdom or solidarity? Cause if we only protect people when they fit our ideology, then accountability dies and confusion becomes policy. Look in the mirror, don't blame the reflection. Sometimes the hardest truth is personal correction. Yeah. What we really talking about? That's the question.
Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. This is Same Soil, Different Roots. It is so solo at the moment. Rain is going to try to get in here, having some difficulties. You guys know there's a lot of storms going around the country, so hopefully everybody is safe. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in. Appreciate Skull Into Deep holding down the chat. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank y'all, everybody who's tuning in. Make sure you do all the free stuff, man. Make sure you like, subscribe. We are definitely in the algorithm, so make sure you continue to hype those videos. It is free, as you see Into Deep said here. Clicking the hype button on your mobile device is totally free and makes a huge difference for us. Make sure you also click that notification bell so don't miss any future lives. But you guys already know I heard the people, we listened to the people, and we're going to do exactly what y'all said. We're going to be diving right into the topics, not holding people up. So we're going to get right into the first topic of tonight. And the first topic is going to be under the culture is under fire.
Wake up.
Okay, just relax.
A teenage girl waiting for her boyfriend to wake up, but Chemo Lawler never opened his eyes. Now his girlfriend is paying the price for what she did.
She was wrong. If she never pulled out that knife, my son would be here and we wouldn't be sitting facing each other today, Your Honor.
I'm Anjanette Levy, and this is Crime Fix. Yakeem Lawler was a beloved son and brother. His parents called him Chemo. Chemo played football at Northwestern Senior High School in Miami, Florida. Chemo had a bright future ahead of him, but his life ended suddenly and unexpectedly on December 20th, 2024, at the hands of his girlfriend, Jahara Malik. And now Jahara has pleaded guilty to a manslaughter charge, and she's learned her punishment for the crime. Surveillance cameras recorded many of the moments leading up to the end of Chemo's life that night in December of 2024. At 10:34 p.m., Jahara can be seen at a door of an apartment complex with a friend. They are laughing and having fun. The friend is carrying some bags. It's just a couple of teenagers hanging out, doing what teenage girls do. 7 minutes later, at 10:41 p.m., another camera records Jahara and Chemo, and they can be seen walking into a stairwell. Chemo is wearing a hoodie. Jahara seems playful, and they both walk up the stairs. Then 16 minutes later, at 10:57, Chemo comes into frame, and Jahara runs toward him. Her purse drops to the ground, and she runs towards Chemo. About 2 minutes pass, and Jahara comes back into frame, her cell phone in her hands. She dials 911, and police arrive on scene about 6 or 7 minutes later. A detective testified about the videos.
So who's the person in the hoodie? And who's the person in the tank top? Right. So at any point as you watched this particular footage, was there anything about this footage that led you to believe that the defendant was at any point afraid of the victim?
No.
Did she appear to be in any type of distress?
No.
And in fact, at one point is like smiling and joking with him.
Yes, ma'am.
A surveillance camera recorded part of what happened between Jahara and Chemo right before he was stabbed. Take a listen.
Was there anything that struck you about this particular video? Can you hear anything?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was it that you could hear?
You could hear the victim saying at some point, Jahara don't.
Jahara don't.
More than 20 minutes after Jahara stabbed Chemo, Miami police officers spoke to her in that parking garage about what she said happened.
Yeah,
Because he didn't. This is okay. He be having nights. We both having nights. Like when he come to my house, we just do that.
So you guys getting arguments? You on? I'm on. I mean, I already talked to him.
And then I had the knife, but I was.
Were you guys arguing before?
No, we was just over here fighting, and then
So you guys are arguing?
yes, and then we was arguing. We was just like play fighting and stuff. And that's when he was making me mad, and that's when I had the knife right here. And then he ended up running to it, but I'm not thinking he already knew I had it. He was trying to get it from me, but he ended up running to it.
All right. Do you have an idea?
No, I don't have
anything? Do you know your social? Listen.
my last four.
You know your last four? Okay. What? I'm trying to figure what's going on.
No, like I didn't need him to wake up.
I don't know. They're working on it. Okay? Just relax. Don't worry.
Okay, if he alive, then what?
Huh?
Where we go from there?
We got to take him to the hospital.
Okay, and then what?
And then we just go from there. When he wakes up, we talk to him and everything.
He's like,
We gotta wait. You're 17 also? Okay, what's your deal?
he go like, I can't even tell my mom, don't even know nothing.
At Jahara's sentencing, the prosecutor seemed to question that story based on questions she posed to the lead detective.
Did you have an opportunity to review the medical examiner's report?
I did.
What did you learn in particular about the wound?
So shout out to everybody. Rain has made it into the building.
Yes.
Welcome in, ma'am. So
Yeah,
for y'all,
you can
what
hear
do
me?
you say? I can hear you a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So welcome, Rain, into the building, everybody. We have jumped into this Jahari case back in 2024. We're gonna move forward in this because we are gonna discuss this. We're gonna move forward to the sentencing of this young lady, and I really want you guys to hear what the judge had to say about the sentencing. So we're gonna let the mom. Hold on, let me see where it is. She's going to get up and actually talk herself. So I'm going to let y'all hear what Jahari had to say. And we're going to talk about this because Carmelo is still in the news, still in the headlines on certain people's YouTube channels. Everybody's talking about the video needs to be released and things of that nature. But we're going to have a discussion today. So here we go.
There are no perfect words for something like this. And everyone would have speak before they get sentenced, they ask for mercy. But I'm here to accept my consequences for what I have done. The night that everything happened, not one thought in my mind was to leave or run. I didn't want this to happen. I was thinking about saving someone else's life instead of myself. That's why it was a quick reaction for me to wrap his shirt around my hand, apply pressure to his wound, and stop the bleeding while communicating with 911 to assist me. I wanted him to live. I understand that trying to help does not undo the harm. I stayed because at the end of the day, I was at fault. I would rather live knowing I tried to help than live knowing I left him there when I could have possibly saved his life. I was reckless. That knife should have never been out, and because of that, a life was lost. I was wrong for what I did, and every day, I sit and think about the damage I caused. The family wants me in prison, but I'm in my own prison for the rest of my life. I understand that I have to be very mindful when it comes down to this, to making decisions and being more, being more aware on choices that have consequences behind them. This situation forced me to sit with myself in a way I never had to before. I had to grow up fast. I had to reflect. I had to reflect on who I am and who I want to be. I know I can't change the past, but I can change how I am moving forward and become a better person than I was before. To his family, I know an apology cannot do anything for you all. But after that night, I tried numerous times to reach out. I wanted to call Miss Nat and his dad so bad just to tell y'all how sorry I am and beg for your forgiveness, but I couldn't legally. I love y'all son so much, and I never wanted this to happen to him. This was my best friend, my love, and someone I could vent to about any and everything. He was a good person and definitely should have been here.
Now, during this hearing, it came out that Jahara had given inconsistent accounts of what happened that night, and detectives said they had learned that she had also shown aggression toward Chemo in the past.
We would have been getting ready for prom and graduation right now.
To sentence Jahara Malik.
I want to say first and foremost that this decision has weighted heavily on myself. I think the past couple of hours have shown this courtroom and whoever is watching that what occurred here was a tragedy, should not have happened. And no matter what this court does, it's not going to restore the loss that your family has gone through and what your family will continue to go through. And I want to recognize that loss. His life was taken way too soon. And the court recognizes the profound impact that loss has had. And I want to make sure I emphasize that. The court also recognizes that Ms. Malik, you are young. You are a young woman, but youth does not excuse what occurred that day. The law takes it into account and recognizes that it is your youth that affects your decision-making and it affected your judgment. But your youth does not excuse the foreseeable consequences and of the choices that you made. The defense has moved for downward departure based on the offense was committed in an unsophisticated manner. It was an isolated incident for which the defendant has shown remorse. The court will find that the defense has failed to prove by competent and substantial evidence and by preponderance of the evidence that has been met. Although I do believe that you are remorseful, I do not believe that this was an isolated incident of aggression towards the victim based on the evidence that was presented here in court. And I also do not believe that this was done in an unsophisticated manner. And the reasons why the court finds that is the most dispositive evidence of what occurred that day was the medical examiner's report. And reading that medical examiner's report and understanding that that was a 4-inch blade that was lunged into the chest near the heart, and it pierced a hoodie, it pierced a t-shirt, it pierced skin, it pierced tissue, it pierced muscle, it fractured a rib, and it ultimately pierced the heart. The amount of force that was required to inflict that wound was not accidental.
The judge could.
So as you see here, and Rain just let me know there is some footage. So we're going to try to get y'all the footage of the Karmelo before we move off this today. Saying so, you know, we can pivot. We can pivot. With that being said, as you guys can see, Jahara, this was in 2024. Pretty much almost similar blade, same situation. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because if you guys didn't get a chance to see my segment that I did separately on my page, Souls of Thought, I spoke about that I felt that Karmelo Anthony should have spoke on his own behalf. This young lady was able to stand up, take full responsibility for what happened. And also the judge was able to see the remorse within the whole thing. She talks about that remorse and things of that nature doesn't stop that a crime actually was committed, but it does help support possible future actions of a person in the future, right? When most of the time when people show remorse or things like that, especially at the young age, they both were like 18, 17 years old, same age as the two young men with Karmelo and Metcalf. So it was the same, very similar situations, but I thought it was very unique because no one was talking about Jahara.
No.
And these are the things that I try to speak about when I'm talking, is about just the selective outrage that we choose. There's actually a young man in the state of Texas, the same state that Karmelo is in today, that got tried. Well, he didn't get tried. They end up moving him from juvenile to now adult prison here in TDC in the Tarrant District County. And same thing, same issue. I had a shooting outside of a school last year, and now he's moving over to adult prison. And no one talked about this young man either. And I think it's very interesting that we don't have the same thought process when it's black hurting another black person. Like, it's almost like if we don't have a narrative to create, we don't speak about it. So, in class, we're going to see the video in just a second. We're going to see the video in just a second. So, and then if anybody has a good view of it, was it a good view, Ray?
I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw it whenever I was trying to fix everything going on here. So I'm not for certain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I know the few links I did see, the few links I did look at, for somebody to get jumped and be able to do what supposedly happened, and then the video shows him like literally sprinting out of the bleachers. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess they weren't punching hard enough if they were jumping. But what is your thoughts about this, Rain, when it comes to her case and the young lady? What did you think about it?
I think she, in my personal opinion, I think she has some ulterior motives. I think that she was upset at some of the things that was going on in their relationship, and she let her emotions overcome her, and she took it too far. I think that at that time, at the age she is, I don't think she realized how far it could have went, or that it was going to go. I think she was trying to just harm him enough to, to make something, what's the word I'm looking for? To give some type of attention back to her. But then again, I don't think she expected him to die, unfortunately. But with that being said, there's consequences for all of our actions. She, you bringing out a knife from your purse. Well, I want to know what she was expecting to happen. Injuring somebody with a knife. you know.
Sorry about that, Ray. I muted myself so I could pull the videos up. So just so we can, I think everybody, so because Classy, you're making great points, but I always tell people I'm more about the end result. Regardless how people get there, there's still a consequence behind it, right? Like even before when we first spoke about Karmelo, I even said he should have got a lesser sentence. I think it should have been a lesser charge. So I'm not for the 35 years he got. I'm not for those things. I just believe that my thing is, how do we protect everyone that looks like Karmelo? Like that, these are my questions. I think everybody's still like, I don't agree with the 35 years. I think it should have been a lesser charge. Happy Juneteenth for y'all who celebrate that. Some of us still had to work. I think more white people got off than black people. So y'all enjoy. What's up, Ambition? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate your Penny, appreciate your Jen, everybody who came in, appreciate your Classic that's in there, appreciate everybody who's jumping in. But yeah, so my thing is more about how do we set up these moments so that we can have the support for every young African American? Like how do we let all these other, I know you can't be at every case, but I wonder like what's the support? You know what I mean? So
there's not, you can't be at every case. You can't be everywhere. The law is so subjective based on state and judge. Yeah. It's tough, you know. It's sad that our children are putting themselves in these situations and predicaments. It goes back to the parents. Why did Jahara feel that she needed to carry a knife on her? Why did Karmelo feel that he needed to carry a weapon on him as well?
Yeah.
You know, and not knowing the consequence of carrying that weapon if something was to happen. So
yeah,
it's hard.
Good. So we are going to do a little soft pivot since Soft Rain was able to get us the link, no pun intended. We're going to pivot a little bit, and I do want to show you guys the two videos that were released. I haven't watched any of them, but I can definitely probably come to the consensus that we won't see anything that's going to be too crazy. I don't see them releasing things that are going to change the narrative, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Especially knowing who's releasing it and the counties and things of that nature. So let's get y'all there. So before we move on the show tonight, because we have a good show for y'all tonight. Let's see here. We're going to start over here. This is one of the first videos that they're going to be talking about released here, right here in the great state of Texas. So let's see what they had to say right here. Here we go, y'all. Here's the footage of the Karmelo Anthony
that left 17-year-old Austin Metcalf dead last year. One of the most notable pieces of the evidence released today is video captured by a surveillance camera at Kuykendall Stadium. This video was enhanced by investigators and for the jury to see during the trial. So you're seeing what they saw. Pay attention to what happens upper left of the screen. You see the tent. You'll see a person at the top of the yellow Frisco Memorial High School team tent back up, and then here begins to run away. There's a spotlight on it. At the same time, Austin Metcalf's teammates start to scatter. That's the moment the stabbing happens that ultimately killed Metcalf back on April 2nd of 2025. And there's more video released today. Let's look at this one. Includes moments right after the stabbing itself took place. This is Frisco police body camera video showing the moment Frisco Centennial student Karmelo Anthony was taken into custody. You're looking at his back, quickly arrested by Frisco police officers. The judge is sharing photos admitted as evidence and video shown during the trial as well. And that includes the knife that you see here that was used in the stabbing. Karmelo Anthony, as we know, was convicted ultimately of murder and sentenced to 35 years in prison. That trial just wrapped up earlier this month. However, Karmelo Anthony's legal team has already filed a notice to appeal. We'll keep going through the video, the photos, and the audio that's been released this late afternoon. We'll have more for you tonight. Big update coming your way on Channel 11 on CBS News Texas at 10 o'clock.
Hold on.
So here's the next footage I'm going to show you guys. Like I said, this stuff is being released by them, so I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to be too crazy to change the. That's just my opinion, but we'll keep showing everything that's going. I know, class. class,
I'm leaning in now.
class. They gonna make sure you got to have a microscope.
Yeah, I'm trying to lean in myself.
That's him walking. That's Karmelo walking towards the tent, and it wasn't raining that hard as everybody was making it look at either. All that bad storm. It's not raining that bad. It's kids normally walking. It ain't no umbrellas out. Like this is just standard drizzle. And if you look at his hoodie, it was pretty dry too. But I don't see that tent is right there. The yellow tent. You're just gonna see Karmelo Anthony run out. I don't see anybody standing up yet either. If you move over there, like, hopefully y'all can catch this. Watch it at home, because you don't see anybody moving in that tent like somebody's jumping someone.
Right.
So I hope y'all be able to cover this from your house, like be able to look at it again. Rain, you'll put the links in the chat. I'll let Rain put the links in the chat for y'all. And it looks like people are, I don't see like nobody standing or nothing. I hope this ain't the only video they're gonna release.
Oh, I can't put the links in the chat because I'm on.
Oh, I got you. I'll put the links in. I'll put the links in the chat at the end of the show tonight, y'all. Yeah, right now I see a white shirt moving in a crowd. He said that's not even a tent. Yeah, that is a canopy. You're right, class. Hey, class, we finna see all the facts. We finna see everything, dog. All you're gonna see is him. Like, I don't see people moving or nothing. I see a crowd of people. It's a bunch of people just standing around that have been under the tent. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that back. Hopefully, y'all. I'm gonna play that back because I'm gonna try to look again because you can see when it happening. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I hate that y'all can't see it. I'm looking deep, y'all, deep into the soul. Okay, he shoved him. He shoved him, and it looked like the action happened. It looked like the action happened, y'all. It looked like the action happened. We need a better angle. We need that back view, y'all. We need the back view coming from the back. Jen said, keep watching, you'll see movement. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, let me go one more time, y'all. We ain't gonna hold y'all too long on this segment, but hopefully y'all can. I'll put the links in the chat at the end. Like, I'm watching the tent right here. Nobody was standing up like they're from this angle, like they're jumping someone. They shoved and he stabbed, literally, and he runs up the bleachers. Like, literally, like it's a push. And I will say this now, I'm not gonna lie, from this view, y'all, he could have leaned into that knife. I ain't gonna lie to y'all now. From this view, he could have leaned into that knife. I ain't gonna lie now. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It happened so quick, and then he stands up and runs out. I don't think he was being jumped. I think he was definitely surrounded, though. I don't think he was being jumped. I think he had the threat of probably looked like he was being jumped, but the push and shove happened. But it looks like the dude kind of fell into it, class. I agree now. I agree, dog. Now, I'll say if I'm wrong now. But it looked like from that view now, not gonna lie to you. But I will tell y'all know what Soul's gonna say. Somebody still died.
Right.
We can't take away the death.
Of course not.
But he said surround turns into jump real quick. I see what you're saying, class. I see what you're saying. So I see what class you saying more like the threat was already posed at that point. I got you. I got you. I got you. I'm always down for the push. Yep. Put okay. Man, y'all gotta watch this at home because you can see the push, and then the push goes the other way too, with the arm extended. So you could kind of fight that he didn't fall into the knife.
It happened quick.
Yeah, you could fight that he didn't fall into the knife. Yeah, you could fight. Yeah. We need a better view, y'all. That view ain't gonna do it for us.
No.
That view ain't gonna do it for us. I know if they could get that girl view in the garage in Florida, they could get a view at the track meet. Cause they got her coming around the curve, him running behind the curve. Yeah. I mean, you can't free them, but you can definitely give them a lesser sentence for sure.
Yeah, I still don't agree with the charge or the sentence.
Yeah, somebody lost their life at the end of the day. But I understand, class. I get you. You right, class. I agree with you, class. I'm not fighting what got it there. So y'all make sure y'all catch that, man. Y'all make sure y'all catch that. For real, y'all. I'm gonna put the links in the chat at the end of the tonight show. But the one thing I will say, and I think Classic said it best though, and I hate to hear it, but he said he feels that it's a problem that can't be solved. And it just sucks, man, because you know, when you start to watch certain things on your timeline, you start to see everything. And there's so many Karmelos. Like there's so many of them. Female version, male version. There's so many of them. And it's just like, man, like, how do we get the same energy for each one? That's my thing. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Classic, thank you for keeping the chat moving, big dog. But yeah, man, I hope we need a view from behind the tent. If we don't get that behind the tent view, if that's all they was watching, you going to jail off of that.
Oh yeah.
Like you going to jail off of that for sure. Yeah, he said the root of the situation. Yeah, leave people alone, man. Leave people alone. I definitely agree with you. Man. But the biggest thing too, man, I really think what stood out to me about the Jahara case, I know she's a female and she still got like 12 to 17 years though. Like
I think so, yeah.
She got like 17 years. So I mean, she still got some time. And y'all got to think about it. He got 35 with a murder charge allegedly, and she got 17 with manslaughter. So right. So they really do cut in half. So like when you think about it, she got the right time for her charge. But I really do think that Karmelo, if he goes back to appeal, he needs to speak on his own behalf.
Yeah.
I think he needs to speak on his own behalf because the accountability just looks different when you take accountability on your own behalf. So Richard said, charge parents gone, stand on business. I feel you. Yeah. I think we're going to get to that very soon, Richard. It's going to get to a point where people are actually, parents are actually going to be held accountable for the actions of their children. And I think once that happens, you will see people act a certain way and also react differently too when their child is involved. Yeah. I think it's different when it's your child. It's easy for us to talk about it now. So that's the biggest thing, man. But yeah. So the biggest thing, my biggest takeaway on that first segment of Culture Under Fire is, man, that have to do something that helps all people, man. We have to do something that helps all people. I think everybody's trying to fight their own version of the case. I think both cases had a result of somebody losing their life. The young lady boyfriend lost his life at 18. Austin lost his life at 18. There's always going to be a consequence behind somebody losing their life. And I think that's the biggest thing. But I really think, I don't think they're going to show any type of video that's going to really like stand out the situation. So, Rain, we might have to cover that a little bit more tomorrow or something.
Yeah,
get on that. So,
video.
yeah. I'm sure there's going to be like 6,000 of them come out. So we'll see. For sure, for sure. What's up, Rue? Rue in the building. He said Judge Mathis and Angie Martinez in his house. He said, be so scat. They'll watch everything they do. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, yeah. So I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. That was the first segment of tonight, man. Culture under fire. But we're gonna move on to some other things, man. I think it's gonna be some interesting topics for the rest of the night. We're gonna move on to our pressure point. Our pressure point is going to be our next topic here. We're gonna move on to the first pressure point. Here we go. So our first pressure point, we're going to be coming again. Got to stay in the great state of Texas. The great state of Texas is not celebrating Pride Month. The Texas Rangers decided to not celebrate Pride Month and do what they've been doing for over 60-some years, the Faith and Family Night. So we're going to just hear the news part, and then we're going to discuss this. So there are people who standing up for what they feel is right. I don't know if you guys seen it as well. The San Francisco Giants, they wore the hats, but marked through it with scriptures from the Bible. So
Rangers are the only team in Major League Baseball that does not host a Pride Night. This week, they're hosting Faith and Family Night instead. And Florida's Attorney General posting on X, MLB will be hearing from his office soon.
A Pride Night. Instead, tomorrow, they're holding a Faith and Family Night where players will speak openly about the role faith plays in their lives. Texas Governor Greg Abbott loved it, writing in Texas, quote, "We don't punish people for living out their faith. We protect that right." Joining me now, a man in the middle of this, usually talking, hits and misses, but Dan Dakich now talking about faith on hats. He's the host of Outkicks Don't At Me. Dan, where do you stand on this?
Well, where I stand is this is utterly ridiculous. Major League Baseball, Brian, has allowed players to put initials. They've allowed all kind of messages on hats. But for whatever the reason, on Pride Night, it's sacred, right? And good for the Texas Rangers. I mean, we don't need another Pride Night. Look, here's where I really stand on this. How about getting rid of all these silly nights and go back to 10-cent beer night? How about going back to bobblehead night? Bat night. Get rid of the nonsense. My guess is Major League Baseball makes some money off this. They go sell the Pride merch and all that. But truthfully, 99.9% of people that go to a baseball game don't care who's having sex with who. Not even a little bit. They just want to watch some baseball, enjoy it maybe with family, friends, drink some beers, and have a good time. That's where I stand on it. Get rid of this nonsense.
Right. Because what if someone wrote on their hat, free Palestine? That's the problem that baseball's looking at.
Baseball, for whatever the reason, and I guess, San Francisco, but for whatever the reason, they've really embraced this. And, one of the things that's going to be interesting moving forward is what's baseball really going to do? If I was one of these pitchers, this is just me and the way I was raised, I would challenge them. They said, we're not going to allow it. There's going to be something involved. Really? What are you going to do? Because the truth of the matter, Brian, as you well know, talking about this, public sentiment is about 100% against what Major League Baseball did here. So if I were one of those players, I'd like to see, okay, baseball, what the hell are you actually going to do here? Right.
So there you have it. The Texas Rangers chose not to celebrate Pride Month. They chose to do their Faith and Family Night. So, Rain, what is your thoughts about this?
I think that it should be, if you want to celebrate anything, Juneteenth, Pride, Black History Month, Women History Month, whatever you want to celebrate, do so on your own accord. I don't think organizations should be tying themselves to any kind of these are your personal beliefs and personal views. I know a lot of companies out there, we're a Christian company, or we pride ourselves on faith, and let that be your personal view. If that's how you roll your life, that's how you want to live your life. If you're a Christian and you holier than thou, and that's how you want to live your life, live it. If you're Pride and you want to be Pride Month, then live it that way too. We know that Chick-fil-A is the Lord's chicken. Do what you want to do on your personal. I don't think companies should be taking stances when it comes to these beliefs and whatnot.
Okay.
But
I like
whether
that.
it be NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL, Chick-fil-A, whomever, Burger King, McDonald's, I don't think no corporation needs to be taking a stance on something or supporting something in that way when it's a personal belief.
All right. So I'm gonna slide a nuance in there, y'all, because the reason why we started Same Soul Different Roots is because we have one African American person and one white person, right?
Mhm.
So I want to slide a nuance in there, and shout out to Classic Show 2 days ago. I think we are seeing what we always talk about. MLB is made up of a lot of white people, and when they come to a decision, they stick together. Jay Navi was cut from a basketball team and nobody stood up for him because he did the same thing that the Texas Rangers did.
Yeah.
He did not want to support Pride and nobody had his back. And it's very unique to me that throughout life, it goes back again. I'm telling you, Classic did a great show when he was talking about the different forms of like superheroes, and like some people want to revolutionize, and some people want, and like they're going to do what they're going to do. Like even in San Francisco, one of the governors or somebody said they're going to. Oh no, it was a celebrity. He said, "I'm gonna pay all the fines for all the baseball players." You see what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I tell people it's small experiments, dog, that we must start doing as cultures. Like when we don't agree on something, we all just need to come together and say, "Hey, we ain't doing that today. We ain't doing that today." You know what I mean? We ain't doing that today. You know what? We ain't watching no NBA basketball until Javon gets back on the team.
Right. Why did that kind of support not come?
Yeah. Like in the bubble, everybody supported their decision when was it George Floyd that happened in the bubble when the players decided not to play that night?
I think so.
I want to say it was.
Yeah.
So those are moments where like people will stand up together, and I really feel that that's what you see a lot in these type of sports. Just like these guys, they stick together, dog. Because I'm gonna tell you guys something. When everybody sticks together, it's hard to create punishment. Because you're the producer. You're not the consumer. The fans are the consumers. You're the producer. You're the product that has to go on the field, has to go on the basketball court, has to go on the green. Like when you say no, the fans don't get what they're coming to get. And if the consumers can't consume, the owners can't get paid. And they know that. Like they already know that. Y'all don't hear nobody talking about pride celebration in NASCAR.
Have they talked about it in the NFL any?
Oh, the NFL, that if it was going on in the time, they'll be celebrating it for sure.
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah, it's not their time to be out there. It's not in season.
They'll just give Stephon Diggs a bigger purse. Like that's what they do. Like they'll just give him a bigger purse, and he'll wear his high platform boots and wear a halter top shirt.
It seems like everybody wants to push their narrative on everybody else or push their beliefs on everybody else. Let me believe what I want to believe. And I'm not against anybody, believe what you want to believe. I'm not against that. That's what you choose to do personally. I know how I live my life and what I believe in and what I don't believe in. And that's me. Don't display your whole rhetoric and how you believe, and I don't want to see it.
My thing is it really support when they only want to gain revenue from it? You know
That's
what I
all.
mean? Like when you heard that gentleman say like, "Hey, I know the MLB is getting a cut from this."
Of course.
Like when would other communities even not want to just be a part of the cut? You know what I mean? 'Cause that's almost like a slap in the face to itself. You know what I mean? Like they're not really celebrating you. They're just bringing in the money for what you supposedly stand for.
Mm.
You might got a cup. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man, before we move on to our next pressure point. If y'all want to celebrate, just go to a WNBA game.
Wait.
Go to a WNBA game. For every Sko, go ahead and get on Tony out of here. For every straight couple in a WNBA game, there's about 15 not straight couples.
And if that is how you choose it,
which is fine.
It's fine. Choose it.
You know
but
what I
don't,
mean? I'm telling you, go to WNBA, y'all. You can put whatever, you can do whatever you want. I promise you. I promise you. You can have whatever night you want to have. Whatever night you want to have, you can do it. N2D said, I don't even watch that stuff, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, the only reason why they're doing it is because it's profitable. Yep.
Yeah.
If it wasn't profitable, you wouldn't hear about it. I definitely agree, big dog. I definitely agree. But he said, but I guarantee you that the breast cancer awareness the NFL does, ain't no one got a problem with that.
You gotta save the tatas. Nobody. You gotta save them.
Shoot, that's one of the largest. Never mind. Anyway,
but it's for a great cause. It's breast cancer awareness. That's totally different than that month.
But think about it. What do a lot of men suffer from?
That?
No. Prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer. It doesn't have a month.
Yeah. We don't get. Yeah. Anyway. So we're gonna move on to our next pressure point. We actually have 2 pressure points today for y'all. Let's see here. Pressure point number 2. We're gonna be moving on to Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson just won a championship. He just won a championship, and it is now being overshadowed because he has a white wife. So we are gonna talk about this real fast on pressure points. So let's get it.
Calls out backlash over interracial marriage.
Why does Matt get praised for being in an interracial relationship, but I get shit on?
Yeah.
You get shit on? That's
You mean
like
he's the
because guy?
Because I'm white.
I don't see race.
I've personally been seeing a lot of comments on TikTok like, oh, why would Jalen Brunson marry a white woman? Why is she white? Yada, yada. It's so strange to me. They're high school sweethearts, first of all. They have such a strong relationship. And Allie Brunson is a physical therapist, and she owns her own private practice. So shouldn't be hating there. But what do you guys think? Jalen Brunson calls out backlash over interracial marriage.
Why does Matt get praised for being in an interracial relationship, but I get shit on?
Yeah.
You get shit on? That's
You mean like he's the
because
guy?
because I'm white.
I don't see race.
I've personally been seeing a lot of comments on TikTok like, oh, why would Jalen Brunson marry a white woman? Why is she white? Yada, yada. It's so strange to me. They're high school sweethearts, first of all. They have such a strong relationship. And Allie Brunson is a physical therapist, and she owns her own private practice. So shouldn't be hating there. But what do you guys think? Jalen.
So there you have it. Jalen Brunson just won the NBA championship with the New York Knicks. They just had their parade in New York. And it is being overshadowed. And even he brought it up during their podcast, which what made it really stand out. You could tell he already has been dealing with this and addressing this pretty much probably his whole career. What is your thoughts about this, Rain?
That's what happens. For whatever reason, the black man with the white woman gets hated on, gets talked about more so than you heard in the video, more so than a white man being with a black woman. It's a sad situation. For one, because they just celebrated the Knicks win, the championship win. And then 2, they were high school sweethearts. It's not like like, oh, I'm gonna date white women, you know, that's my preference. And it's not like he was, you know, throwing that around. And even if he was, so be it. But they were high school sweethearts. They have a great relationship that we know of. And I mean, why is it? I never understood the grief or the hate of, I'm not gonna say most, some Black women who they should already know that, to be honest. Some Black women who are so upset at Black men for dating white women, but it's more so celebrated when a Black woman dates a white man, dates or marries a white man. So it's, yeah, Mario. She says a bunch of nonsense. Who cares what color your partner is? People need to mind their own business and stop judging people. I agree. But it's just, it's always been the Black man gets hated on for dating white women or choosing to date outside his race, period. I think it's more so white women, but they, you know, when they do date the Asians, the Filipinos, the Germans, it's still, you know, still get that hate. And definitely but the Black women are more so celebrated whenever they do date outside their race too. So
So I don't know if y'all seen Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar said that his favorite Nick now is Hart, Josh Hart, because Josh Hart wife is Black. I just thought it was funny. With that being said, I mean, if the Knicks or OKC win again next year, y'all might start seeing a trend. It might become a business move. Because Shea Gilgeous had a white lady, he won a championship. Brunson had a white lady, won a championship. Might be a new trend, man. Might be a new trend. But now on a serious note, it's just crazy, man, because it's overshadowing his accomplishments.
yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing in my opinion. Like it's overshadowing his accomplishments. Their story is super amazing. If you guys get an opportunity to go watch it or check it out on some of the clips. They've been together since like 14, 15, like super young since high school. Yeah, since high school, and then they went through college. Like only one who believed in him. Even he's a shorter guard, small. Like she been through the ups and downs with him, and somebody in her family passed away as well, and it was one of the things that kind of one of the reasons why he ended up proposing to her, because he told her she'll never have to cry alone again. I want to say it was her father or somebody passed away from cancer, actually. So very interesting story, man. Very interesting story. But I think what bothered me the most is in his voice, I could hear how much it bothers him. Because, he, even especially when your friend, and Josh didn't help him. He laughing over there. Like, he didn't help the cause. Like, but man, I'm gonna tell guys this, man. If that's what you choose, man, you just gotta live in it. Y'all know I have held the white women accountable. They still haven't gave me an answer for y'all Black kings. I still have no answer for any of the white queens. The Snow Bunnies have not gave an answer to why they truly choose Black men over white men.
An answer that you don't feel is suitable, sir.
Oh, okay. Richard said, mind your business. You know that this show talks about people business.
We do. We do.
That's why I say, Richard, hey, I love it. I love the talk. I love the discussion. I think it's just so unique, man. It's very, very unique. Very, very unique, man. I just hate that it's overshadowing the young man's accomplishments. MVP, drop a 40 ball in the championship. You know what I mean?
Like, why is it coming out now? They've been together since they were in high school. So what? Okay, an NBA championship. Now you want to talk about me dating or being married to a white woman? What? I mean, why is it coming out now? So.
And Too Deep said, listen, I'm going to say it just like this. They just mad that everybody knows he's touching the back of that oven with the strength. Oh, man. That's crazy. That's crazy right there, dude. That's crazy. You got anything else on Jalen Brunson, ma'am, tonight?
Love who you love. Love
Yeah.
who you love.
Yeah.
And black, white, Puerto Rican, Haitian, German, Filipino, whoever makes your life better, and whoever loves you for who you are, love who you love.
I agree, man. So we're gonna move on to our meat and potatoes of the discussions tonight. Oh, what's up, Ramon? Ramon said folks really care about the first Knicks win less than a white wife. Man, I'm gonna get me one. Hey, ain't that crazy, Ramon? It took him 63 years, dog. 63 years to win a championship, and they talking about him having a white wife.
That's he been with since high school. I can go sit down somewhere. For real.
Crazy work, man. That is true though. That's what they worried about. So we're gonna move into our meat and potatoes tonight. We have 3 topics that's gonna be in our divide. So the divide is gonna be the main topic tonight. Some of these people you might know, some you might not, but we're gonna get into 3 topics, and I really want to hear what the chat and what Rain has to say. So we're gonna start off with the divide. So LeBron James was on his wife's podcast again. Seems like he's being very supportive of her for a lot of people who thought he wasn't, and they thought she shouldn't have a podcast. But he makes guest appearances, and also Casanat. A lot of those guys are on there as well. So the show's doing pretty well. So here's what LeBron James had to say about stay-home women.
Like, how do you, when you are out here dating and you think about the type of woman you're with, is it a working woman? And I don't mean that kind of working. I mean job. A woman that has a job.
You want a bitch on the stroll, huh?
Yeah, why she go there? It's a working woman. As long as she's a hooker. Is it a stay-at-home girlfriend that has your undivided attention and she can tend to all your needs? Or is it I'm going to call it an active housewife? It is a girlfriend that's at home, but she has her little side hobbies.
I think it's predicated on like where you are in your life, as far as we are stages for me. When early on, I needed somebody that could raise the family. I didn't trust anybody to be able to come in the house, besides my mom. If we was gonna start a family and mold the kids and raise the kids while I was out trying to do my job and grind and be the person that I wanted to become. I think as I got older, you start to see more and more in your partner and seeing the things that they want to do. And you're more comfortable with not only you're more comfortable with them. You see the kids are growing. So now you are okay with, the flower to blossom even more and more. I think personally, me today, if I was not in a relationship today, I could not have a stay-at-home woman. It's not like for me, who I am at 40 and what I got going on, just coming home and just seeing somebody just sitting on the couch every day, just sitting there, just chilling. Like that wouldn't float for me, So like, being where I am today, knowing, how she is, she's home with Zuri sometimes. Boom, I come home, she not there. She at work. Boom, she may be on the road with Bryce, at college. She's doing all these things. I think it's just who you are and where you are, at that point in your life, what kind of moves you. And I think everybody is different. So today, I could not have a stay-at-home woman. It's not like for me, who I am at 40 and what I got going on, just coming home and just seeing somebody just sitting on the couch every day, just sitting there, just chilling. Like that wouldn't float for me, So like, being where I am today, knowing, how she is, she's home with Zuri sometimes. Boom, I come home, she not there. She at work. Boom, she may be on the road with Bryce, at college. She's doing all these things. I think it's just who you are and where you are, at that point in your life, what kind of moves you. And I think everybody is different. So it's been stages for me.
So that was LeBron James speaking about that now in his, 40 years old, he couldn't see himself being with a woman who's a stay-home wife or significant other. And I did pose the question, so if y'all are in the chat, make sure you answer that question. What you got on this, Rain?
I think it just depends on the household. It depends on what the head of the household needs. And the type of woman that he desires too. If and the type of income the household needs as well. So if the household requires 2 incomes, then yeah, she need to be working. If the household is one where she can be at home, just like he afforded her to be at home to raise the children, and no outside people are raising the children. So it depends on income. It depends on what the man desires. I myself, I don't know if I could be a stay-at-home mom.
So let me ask a question to you, Rain, because at one point in life, a man being able to tell his woman that she could stay at home was a flex. Like that was like, hey, y'all ever watch Everybody Hates Chris?
I have.
Probably, of course you did. So if all the black people in the chat, I know y'all watched Everybody Hate Chris. His mom used to quit every job and said, my husband got 3 jobs. Like she would leave every job because her husband had multiple jobs and she didn't have to work. She was just working out of her own convenience. With that being said, I thought that was something that most men desired to do at one point. Would you want to stay home? Like if or do you feel like LeBron's viewpoint is coming from somebody who's wealthy?
If given the opportunity to stay home, I would. But and I'm gonna say
always a but. Go ahead.
I would find some way to generate more income. I feel as though that I would need like a piece of my own income, so I wouldn't have to ask for like if I wanted a purse or something, or if I wanted a pair of shoes, or
why wouldn't so if a man is making a situation for you,
okay,
and he's okay with the situation, why do you have an issue asking for things?
Because I never had to ask. I've always provided for myself. I've never had to ask. Never. So I think that puts me in a hard place too. If a man was to come in and just say, hey, I got this, go ahead and quit that job, I would still, even though I know if I trusted him enough to handle things in that way, I still would have problems. Hey, I seen this purse I like. You think think you can give me the money for this purse? Because if I want something, I want it now. I don't want to have to wait. I want to be able to go get it myself, So I will still find a way to generate some sort of income. Be it through like if I'm making something and selling it, or
so let's take the current Rain out of it. Let's take because you got to think about it. Savannah and LeBron been together since they like 17, 18.
Yeah.
So let's take away the independency that you had to create, that you had to develop. Let's just say you fresh off the press, no kids, your man about to make it. You know what I mean? He ain't got to be an athlete. He just got a good job. He graduated college. He bought y'all your first home. And he's like, hey, you don't have to work.
Absolutely. Okay. No question asked. Yeah, absolutely. And he didn't have to worry about anything in the home. Either he had hot meals, clean house, clean clothes, put back where they need to be. Nothing would need to be nothing questioned on my end or on his end about what needs to be done in the home.
I think that's why a lot of women avoid being stay-home moms or stay-home significant others, to be honest with you.
The lack of independence.
No, they don't want to hold the standard that the man needs to walk into every day. I think it's easy for everybody to say they're both busy, we're both working, we're doing this. Like I always tell people, like again, it goes back to like my mom. I always remember my mom. It didn't matter if my mom was working or not. Every night She pine sawed the house, mopped. She ironed my dad's scrubs. Like the house was, she put Comet in the bathtub, cleaning out the bathtubs. Like these things were done regardless what responsibilities she had in life. And I think a lot of women now don't want to be stay home because they know that they can't handle the responsibility of the expectation that their man is going to have on them at that moment.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of women want to come home and hear their man like, hey, like, why the house dirty? And because Classic talked about this on his show the other day or yesterday. He was talking about like, you think about grandma or great grandma, they had 16 kids.
And they were never tired.
Yeah, now you have a lady. Now you have a lady who has one child, and she acts like life is just completely overwhelmed. Like so, like I don't know. Like I think a lot of women stay busy because they don't want to deal with the actual reality of what it looks like to not be busy, but be busy in a different direction.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, you gotta and I think too it comes down to how you manage the household. I think a lot of women don't manage their time correctly. Even stay-at-home moms who say they're exhausted and whatnot. Yeah, it is a lot taking care of 3 or 4 kids, especially if they under a certain age and you changing diapers all day long and you're feeding all day long. But with you being a mom, you do have to. Now don't get me, I am not negating the fact that postpartum depression happens. Yes, it happens. It's not being an at-home mom with several children can be a tough job. Absolutely. It can be tough, but with that being said, it's manageable. You know, you can make things happen. You have so many hours in a day to make things happen. And if you get the kids on, especially if you get the kids on a routine, you get yourself on a routine, you manage your time wisely, you compartmentalize the house where you clean this day, you clean this another day, you wash clothes on this day and whatnot. As long as you have that routine going on, then I think it's manageable. That's your job. That's your whole responsibility, is making sure your house and your children are taken care and your husband are taken care of.
Yeah.
So it's manageable. Yes, some women go through it. Yes, some women go through those raging hormones that flip-flop sideways. I deal with it now, even in my mid-40s. So yes, women do go through those changes in mental health and whatnot. But having a great support system helps as well, you know. Yeah. With that being said, I would love to stay at home and take care of some kids.
Yeah. I know it's
but I would still want to have some kind of like my own income somehow.
I know as ladies watching, I would love to hear y'all opinion on this. Would y'all want to stay at home in today's society if the man can hold it down financially? I would love to hear the women's opinion. I would love to hear. I'm gonna read some of these comments. Ramon said, "Heck yes, good sir. I don't need Jamal giving her good morning gorgeous at work every day." Yeah, work husbands, Ramon, you already know what it is. Bridget said, if she stays home a lot, donate, make books for the kids, give food to the homeless.
Yeah.
And he just got to stay active. He said, wow. And Too Deep said, if I had LeBron James money, heck no, you better stay home because there's dudes like me in the workplace.
Hey, that too.
Projecting any. BG said, if a woman wants to have an opinion, she has to contribute and pay bills. If I have silence, you can have the great privilege of chilling and taking care of me. That's a very unique perspective, BG. That's a very unique perspective. See, I think you're supposed to be silent regardless, even if you contribute. But that's just me. So he said, I'm telling you, In Too Deep, y'all work husbands, huh? Ramon, In Too Deep, y'all them work husbands. Richard said, I think it was a goal that was tricked in men's mind. Working wife doesn't have to. So you were saying it was like a society just kind of turning it around. BG said, stay at home wives need hobby though, besides being social media queens with who want attention.
I agree, BG.
Ramon said, I know Rain put up ain't no her fine self in nobody office. He said that's deep. Which part was deep, Richard? Which part was deep? No way. Richard said I could grow up seeing that and hating that.
Well, the mama being at home every day, Richard.
He said, introduced said my mom didn't have to work. She chose to work, so my dad couldn't tell her what to do.
Oh.
So I'm starting to see a trend here from the men's point of view with the women. Richard said I could see that them growing up seeing that and hating it. I see what you're saying. Mero said, I would love to stay at home. It's all about organizing and staying on task and finding a hobby that gives you light time to yourself is the key of being a stay-at-home mom / wife. He said, dang. Yeah.
I will say this because even with my son, he always asks me, he's like, Mom, can you be a part of the PTO or the PTA, whatever?
PTA.
Yeah.
See, y'all, she worked so much. She talking about PTO, paid time off.
I want you to be a part of the PTA, Mama. You need to run for office. He asked me that every year. And I was like, Bubby, if Mommy could be here and not working a 9 to 5, then I could do that. I could spend time doing that. But since I said the mommies that you see here, they don't work 9 to 5 like Mommy does. Or Mommy has to be, I have to go to my job every day. So I can't. I said, but I'll support where I can. So that would be something that I would enjoy doing, being supportive at school with my son if I could be a stay-at-home mom.
A Boogie probably really confused too. Because his mama white and he see all these white mamas doing everything. He probably so confused. Like, man, my mom's white too. Why is she here? Why is she here? Like I know he probably be like, what is going on? Like,
but it's he asks me every year. Because I always donate and I always, make sure he helps with the fundraisers and everything. And they know me when I'm coming in the building, but they know I can't be there during the daytime. But I would love that. I would love to be more involved in the school and being at school with them and whatnot. So
I'm gonna say this before I read Sco's comment. I think for a woman to be at home, she has to appreciate the simple life.
Definitely.
Like, and what that looked like, because like growing up as a kid, I knew we were going on one vacation every summer. Like that's like that's one thing that we did, right? Like, but there was, because like now we do so much now. Like we think it's normal, right? Oh, I'm gonna go on a cruise in the middle of October. Like that ain't how life used to be when I was growing up. It was like, hey, we knew June, once we get out of school, we're going to go take one trip that Dad been saving up for the year. And then on Friday nights, I don't know if y'all used to have a Mr. Gaddy's, but we used to have a Mr. Gaddy's pizza. And my daddy used to take us to the pizza place every Friday. So every Friday we knew. So like that. And then when a new movie came out, 'cause back in the day, we had 99-cent movie theaters.
Yeah.
So we would go see my grandma and then we would go to the 99-cent movie theater. But my dad had those little things like in place. And I think now you would have to find a woman that sees life in that same way. Like, hey, we're not going to be traveling all year long. Like, I understand your girlfriends want to go do this. I understand your boys, y'all want to go to the games, but our money, the way we're going to set everything up so that you can stay home, life is going to have to look a little bit more simple.
Simple, yeah.
And I think it's hard for a lot of people to do that now, just because we're so used to being able to, I'm going to get up and go, I'm going to go to Vegas next week. Like, I'm just going to go. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think keeping up with the Joneses have really changed a lot of perception of what life looks like. He said that was funny. BG said, I agree with you, Souls, but every now and then my wife sneak an opinion in. Not gonna lie, I give her the eyes immediately. Yeah, most guys do. Most of us do. They say something crazy, you just look at them. Into Deep said, my dad worked nights and he did the PTA, and my mom made him quit because all the ladies were always calling him. He said them PTA moms are ruthless. They show law. They boost us.
Don't forget
boy.
about Sco. You say you're gonna go back.
Oh yeah, they boost us for real. They the first form of boosters your kids meet. That's their first NIL is PTA. Is that Miss Wilson? Yeah, Miss Wilson brings the kids dominoes. Oh, what does Miss Williams bring? Yeah, she brings them goldfish. Oh yeah, it's a difference. You know, it's gonna say, yeah, I'm glad my mom was in the workforce. I wouldn't have gotten away with half of the stuff I did if she was a stay-home. Scott said he was in the bushes. Richard said that probably would have made you worse. Every day you got deeper in the streets. International. Oh, he talking about Sco. Okay. All right, y'all. So this next topic, I don't know how many of y'all are gonna know who this is, depending on the crowd. But there is something that's trending right now. He said, what he said, Soul's gonna get an Amish note.
BG.
BG said they gonna be making their own clothes, washing by hands on the washboard. Hey, the Amish was big in Ohio now. Hey, Amish people get up there and fix your roof in 2 hours. So and just to let y'all know what we're doing here in the Divide, we're gonna actually be talking about relationships from different standpoints, right? So LeBron James just brought y'all a standpoint of like mom staying home, healthy relationship. Now we're gonna move into a trending topic. For those who don't know who Jelly Roll is a very popular country singer. He has recently they already filed divorce in May, but now it's being told to the public. This is his ex-wife, Bunny. And they talk about it in a very different manner, and I thought it was unique. I'm gonna play what E! News has right here. This is Bunny talking about their divorce and kind of like what rolled into the divorce for them. And then our last topic you will see, guys, it's going to go into the Black culture, and we're going to talk about things there. So we're giving you guys a little story throughout tonight for this last one. So here we go.
Tired that I just looked at him and I said, well, then file the divorce papers.
Bunny, whose real name is Elisa DeFord, then packed a bag and left the couple's home and didn't talk to her husband for about a week.
And during that, he was so mad and we were so emotional that he ended up doing exactly what I told him to do and filing the divorce papers. Was I blindsided? And was this divorce mutual? No, I was not. It was not mutual. Even though I told him to file the divorce papers, I was speaking out of anger and just frustration.
Bunny also admits that their issues have been brewing over the past year as they both stopped being open with each other. Still, she's been able to see the silver lining in it all.
Was it necessary for us to have a wake-up call and to actually start having these real conversations? Absolutely. I felt like we deserved a chance to go to therapy and figure shit out. He didn't feel that way. And I respect it. It took me a month and a half now to respect that. And I'm so happy, like so happy. My husband and I are ending this marriage on the best possible terms that you could ever have a divorce.
All right. So that is Jelly Roll and Bunny. They have recently gone through their divorce. They're a very, very popular couple. I almost want to say Jelly Roll got the Jelly Roll effect, like a Dale effect, but I'll do that for another show. Well, with that being said, Ray, what is your thoughts about this? Because what stood out to me was, I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna tell you my thoughts. I'm gonna let you go first.
Sometimes we regret things. We say things too hastily out of anger, don't we? And he pulled her bluff. He said, "You want me to file? I'm gonna file." I do think that she's hurt behind it, of course. But she did say that they're still gonna have a child together, which is unconventional for, I would think. I think their whole relationship, what I've learned over the last 24 hours, their whole relationship was unconventional, of course. It's sad that things like this are in the spotlight because they can't, I know that she did say a source did leak the people are always dipping into court records and whatnot, trying to find the juiciest gossip on any celebrities that they can find. So it's unfortunate that they were not able to do this privately, and it's unfortunate that they have to give statements to what's happening. But at the end of the day, I think that she regrets what she said, for one, because I think that she's probably living a great lifestyle now, compared to her lifestyle when they were originally met. I think both of them served their purpose in each other's life. They both they both benefited from being around each other. They both grew. They got out the situations that they were in initially when they first met each other, and they grew from there. They improved both of their lives significantly, and sometimes at the end of the day, the day got to end. So it's sometimes once the purpose is served, you got to move on and move forward.
So,
what's your thoughts on it?
You hit on one point that I'm going to hit on.
Okay.
We always say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Of course, yeah.
That's what she did, right? Like she took the opportunity to almost push something on him that was probably already in the back of his mind anyway, and it just took him to the next level. But I would highly encourage you guys to watch her whole interview, her whole podcast, because there were a lot of moments in there where like they had years of like no communication. Not saying like they didn't talk, but they didn't talk. They didn't do hard conversations. They had conversations, but they didn't have hard conversations, is what she talked about. And they finally had those hard conversations, and there was a lot of emotions there. With that being said, I hope Jelly Roll is paying attention. This is being very cordial because Jelly Roll is still allowing her to look like the good guy or the good lady, and vice versa, right? Like both of them are like, he at his concerts telling everybody, "Hey, I love Bunny. We're gonna be best friends for life." You know what I mean? And watch her podcast. She's gonna tell you all about the divorce, and like they're doing all this stuff. But I guarantee you, the moment that Jelly Roll officially moves on. See, because she already said he's already back on the dating market and stuff. Like he's back there. See, they always had that lifestyle. If y'all don't know their story, like they met in Vegas and they were using drugs. They were just like, she was a stripper and all. Like it's a whole backstory, right? So their life was always a fast life. Over the past 2 to 3 years, Jelly Roll has really transformed himself, not just physically but mentally. He's now sober. He's no longer smoking marijuana no more. He's hanging around with a lot of white guys who are like very into Christ, and they're changing his life physically. He's starting to see what a marriage looks like from a woman who things change when you change. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I also think that she will expose him the moment he truly moves on.
You think so?
Yes. She's playing a game with him right now because he's being so cordial with her. She still has control over him. No woman's gonna want that relationship. Now you know this, Rain. You already said that you like your man to be your man. You don't want no woman is gonna deal with a man that's that involved with his ex-wife, like that involved. Like,
and she said they're still having a baby too, so it's
like it's just one of those things that you can tell right now. It's just two people playing this cordial game, but it can become a very dangerous game once somebody truly chooses to move on. Because they do have, because Jelly Roll already had a child, right? No, or she already had one of them came in with a daughter.
Jelly Roll. I think Jelly Roll has, how many kids Jelly Roll have? I think it's 2.
Shout out to Humble, man. It's been a minute, man. What's up, Humble? Shout out to you, man. Salute, man. Welcome back in. Welcome back in. While she's looking that up, I'm gonna read through some of these comments real quick.
He has a daughter and a son.
That's what I thought. Okay. And I know that was one of their conversations too, y'all. They were having trouble having kids. She kept losing the children that they were trying to have. Not like she was doing it on purpose, but they were having a hard time having children. Ramon said, not Amish homemade butter and all, butter and jam. They laughing. He said, I'm not mad at the idea, BG. Sco said they're big in Iowa and Minnesota too, talking about the Amish. Jen said this is an interesting show, a very good watch. I added very in there. I think that's what she meant. Very good watch. Ramon said they said Jelly Roll lost the rose, so he rolled out. Yeah, roll out. Sco said that's the exact reason you don't tell a man to do something you don't want him to do, because guess what? He's going to do it.
He's gonna do it, yeah.
In Too Deep said, "Nah, I'm out." He became famous. Now he's upgrading. Pay attention, ladies. Don't listen to In Too Deep, y'all. Muriel said the thing that stood out to me is that she didn't bash him or act crazy. She took her regret and mistakes with grace. I think it's temporary, Miss Washington. I think it's temporary. I'm telling y'all, because she even said it. See, y'all know me. I watch stuff with a totally different intentionality. Like when you first hear her talk about it, she starts the interview off saying that, "Hey, I'm not going to say anything negative about Jay," and he had like she opened up with that. So that means there's something that she doesn't like. He's just not talking about it because he's not talking about it. But I'm telling y'all, y'all heard it first, June 19th. The moment he moves on, move on. Y'all finna hear so much stuff. Y'all might see leaked videos and everything. I'm telling you. Women ruthless now. BG said, I have so much pride. I don't say anything I have to apologize for. Don't say anything you're going to regret.
Right.
I like that, BG. And Too Deep said, tell them, keep your peepers, son. Keep your peepers open. Sooner or later, this would have happened. Oh, so Jen, you think it was already on the down slope? Right, because Jelly Roll is not a drug addict anymore, and he's lost, a lot of weight. Yeah, his mind changing, man. He renewing his whole self. They seem to be ending things reasonably. Ramon said it seemed like it took him losing weight to have the hard conversations. We might have a Jelly Roll effect. We might be back. Jen said she did say anyone he dates needs to come into the situation correctly. See, I'm telling y'all, y'all gotta listen to that interview, man. It's a lot there. Then they start talking about, being throat goats and all that stuff. They were talking about a bunch of stuff. But BG said she probably been talking crazy to Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll got options now. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this, he been had options. I mean, if he got hurt at the way he looked initially, he had a mouthpiece at least. She said, red flag, we are still having the child together. That big red flag. Ramon said, is he gonna change his name being skinny with name like Jelly Roll is like being 7 foot tall with the nickname Tiny. He gonna keep it for sure. Jen said she helped him get custody of his daughter. Yeah. She already said it's not in so many words. I might write a book and give details. And see, you watched it with the detail. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man, it's a lot to this. What I want men to take away from this is when you're gonna split, man, y'all need to just split. Like, I understand being cordial and respectful, but just split. All this, go watch her podcast. Oh, he's so like just because you're keeping something there and it's going to get sticky. It's going to get real sticky, man. Women are emotional. She even told y'all, well, if you watch the whole interview on her channel, like she left for a week, 2 weeks when they got into this argument, y'all. She pretty much eloped. She left. Yeah, she left. She packed up her stuff and left for 2 weeks. thinking that she gonna come back to a home where a man gonna accept her. Like, so it don't even sound like he was the one who couldn't have the conversation. He was doing, she said she was doing on Coca-Cola and turning tricks while they were together to pay for lawyers, etc. She was not the prize at all. Yeah.
No, she was, and see that he allowed her to do that when they were together.
He said, "What's next? After Diddy, the Jelly Roll file." No, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. But if they were doing everything that Jen just said, I'm sure they had some scams in their past and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I wanted to talk about here is because everybody do separate differently. We do see a lot of examples of different cultures that separate differently. There's not always a lot of craziness going on. But this next topic is going to be very interesting. Rain, I'm going to let you carry the conversation. I need to take a break. I'll be back in less than 1 minute. You can just talk about Jelly Roll one second.
Okay. So I did watch most of that interview that she gave. And just like Jen was saying, when they initially met, she was doing those things. She was turning tricks. They were doing drugs and they were on the high life. She was getting money for lawyers and helping him gain custody of his children. He should have known then what type of woman she was. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that he thought and she both thought that they were, hey, we met at this messed up time in our lives and we're improving together, we're growing together, and we're going to be together forever. But with the lack of with the lack of efficient communication, it's come to an end, unfortunately. And like Soul said, they seem to be amicable for right now, but when details come out, because us as people looking into celebrity lives and whatnot, we want to see what's going on, the reason why people split. We're nosy people, especially with these celebrities. Sko said, "What's the saying? You can't turn a 304 into a housewife." Obviously, he thought he could at the time. And maybe she thought she could change too, I don't know. I don't understand why they would even agree to still have children if they're not going to be together. And she did say that they were having difficulties conceiving anyways. And probably so because, one, they were both doing drugs. And when you're doing drugs and whatnot, you mess with your reproductives being fertile on both sides, the men and the women. So I don't know why they even agreed to have kids still, or try to have a child when they're having difficulty having children, and they're looking to split. So what Ramon says, crazy.
He said it's crazy. Sound like a good woman with the way they first told
the story. Yeah.
I don't think either one of them are bad, Ramon. I just think it's one of them things. It's gonna get real sticky. It's gonna get real sticky once the first person truly makes the first move that really disconnects them or disengages them. That's what I'll say. I think it's easy to be cordial initially until things don't go your way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say. Mariel said, this is interesting. I think he probably thought she was growing with him and she was trying to steal a party. Her podcast is a little wild now. It is a little wild, man. Welcome back, class. I didn't know where you went, big dog. Welcome back. And 2D said, think about what person can she get better than she has currently. Are you saying he's good because of fame, though? Is it the fame that are you saying like financially?
He's saying that she probably won't be able to get somebody.
Oh, she will. She'll get somebody in the country world. Oh, the white boys waiting on her.
Think so?
Oh man, go watch her podcast. She get all the white country. Oh, they waiting on her. That's why I said whoever make the first move, it's gonna be very sticky. I'm telling y'all. I'm predicting it right here. Gonna be a lot of smoke. It's gonna be somebody in the country world that takes on Jelly Roll. And then she gonna get her one, and it gonna get real sticky in Nashville. Real sticky in Nashville.
Okay.
He said, I smoke a lot of weed like daily, and there is nothing wrong with none of my reproductive organs.
But they said, Sko, they said Waka Flocka had issues because of that. That's the reason why him and Tammy couldn't have any kids. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how true that is, but.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the last topic tonight on the divide. Number 3 is why black men. Class, you came back just in time, brother. You came back just in time. Why black men are leaving at an alarming rate. So we're gonna go on over to Bishop Wooden and my other guy from Disturbing the Peace, John. I can't pronounce his last name. But they're going to talk about something very interesting. I thought this would be a great way to close out the show tonight. Is 2 men talking about this topic, but in a very unique way. So we're going to skip forward to him actually asking the pastor about a certain thing. They first started off talking about like happy wife, happy life. He kind of went into like how the pastor was able to stay married for so long and what age did he get it right and things like that. But now we're about to talk about something very, very interesting. So here we go.
Stats for all of the communities, the Asian community, white, Hispanic, Native American, and Black. It's clear that the breakdown in the marital area weighs, the heaviest on the Black community.
Yes, sir.
Within the whole framework of the men who leave, okay, there are some who leave because they're deadbeats.
Yeah.
He's sorry.
Right.
He's no good.
Right.
He doesn't work. He doesn't value providing. He's not a priest of the home. He's not a protector. He's absent.
Right.
Leaves in the morning, comes back at night if he does, but walks through the door with this look as if, what you looking at? I've been handling my business. Don't question me. Don't ask me anything. I've been out. I don't have to answer to anyone. Okay. You have that, but then there's some scenarios where there's a guy who leaves because he feels like he has no other choice.
Right.
But to leave.
Right.
Because there's some type of brokenness in the home. There's some type of fracture. There's something where he just can't get peace. And guess what? He's working 2 or 3 jobs. He's not skipping town to go get with the whores and the hoes. He's faithful. He stays committed to his family. But for some reason or another, he reaches a patch or a season where there's constant and endless war and fighting.
Right.
And that man says, I'm not leaving my children. I'm leaving that woman because I can't take it anymore. That man has Father's Day too.
Right.
That man on Sunday needs to be spoken to as well. That man needs to be encouraged, strengthened, potentially rebuked for caving.
Right.
But just as well as the wife is not a robot, she's a human.
He's not either.
He's not either.
Right.
And there's a part of a man where he's not going to allow himself to be emasculated, challenged, and fought, but so much. You speak of the size and the structure of men, things of that nature. He shouldn't be in a position where he presents himself to be an individual that inflicts fear in the hearts and the minds of his family. Right? But then
on the other hand,
finish.
He shouldn't be chopped down.
There you go.
And whittled down to nothing.
So again, this is another great interview. I would highly encourage, especially Black men, to go listen to this interview because this was a very good interview. And the basis of the conversation goes into that black men are leaving their families at a very high alarming rate, and it's not due to infidelity, but more to the lack of support and the negative like talk that's received. And he actually asked his pastor. This pastor is very positive. If y'all follow him on social media, he actually pushes back against a lot of the narratives that are going on in society. But Pastor Wooden was saying that, no, the gentleman was asking Pastor Wooden, why don't we talk about this in church? Why don't we talk about the good men? Because I asked this question one time when we were having a debate about child support, and everybody kept telling me, "Man, you're different." But we have to start talking about those men more, because those men are under personal attacks, and those men who really want to keep their homes, they really want to stay with the mother, but they just can't handle the day-to-day chopping of them down. And Ramon even said it. He was that second guy. You can only have so much fight. And so a very interesting topic. It's kind of what I wanted to kind of end on tonight. And I want to hear your thoughts on it first, Rain. And then I would love to hear some of the guys in the chat thoughts on it as well.
What's your quote that you say all the time?
Oh, every great man is one compliment away from greatness.
That's it. Women, I encourage the women out here who do have those men who are working 2 and 3 jobs to provide, to make sure the home is taken care of, to encourage those men. Those men are under fire every day. They walk out the door. And I've said it. I said it in Chicago. I said it on the podcast and everything. And Classic has said it before. I see you. I appreciate you. You know, that those words go a long way. Sometimes words, they go a long way. And of course, support at home, when it comes to, you know, even if y'all are both working, support at home to make sure when he comes home is peaceful. When he comes home, he has a chance to decompress from being at work all day. I need to decompress from being at work all day. You know, so it's for some people, they need to come home and be at peace and not nagging and whatnot. If you see me going out every day, if you see that man going out every day working, coming home every day, making sure the bills are paid, making sure the family has everything they need, who is trying their best. The best thing the best gift that you can give a man is peace. Peace. Yeah, he's not going to be able to take you on date nights all the time. Yeah, he's not going to be able to be, you know, present at every baseball game or every football game or every cheerleading practice or whatnot. But he's doing what he can with providing and protection and provisioning when it comes to that at home. You know, so I encourage the women out there who do have men who do these things to be their peace, their support system. You know, you got to weigh it, take the good with the bad. Yeah, he's providing, but no, we don't get to spend time together like we should right now. You know, maybe with him providing and working these 2-3 jobs that later on we'll get that, but at least he's doing that and he's not doing those other things as far as being outside the home consists of what some do, you know. So
yeah, I think it was very interesting because they start talking about stats too, because I know we always talk about infidelity because it's like the easiest topic to bring up, but we all know that's not even the leading cause of divorce. It's financial problems and then other things, you know what I mean? So but I thought it was very interesting because it does speak about that most black men that want to work things out, they're just so beating down by the black woman. And this was 2 black men speaking about it who are both married to black women. So you can have that conversation with them because it looks like what y'all would want it to look like, right? But I always tell people, man, sometimes you just got to go. And sometimes you got to just let the chips fall where they may, man. In Too Deep said, I was never late on my child support. And whenever my daughter needed stuff, braces, shoes, etc., I was always there for her. I was still called a deadbeat. Yep, that's how I go.
That's unfortunate.
That's how I go. They'll tell you can do more too. That's how I go.
Oh, you're not gonna bring your comment up?
Oh no, they'll definitely tell you they can do more. Oh yeah, they perfect on the panel, y'all. Y'all know. She'll be the biggest headache for y'all. Mario said your actions in your relationship help build up your peace. When he walks in the door, just say thank you with your actions. Clean house, dinner on the table.
Yes.
Man. Sounds good, Mario. We appreciate it. Ramon said, NTD, you're a great father and provider. You is kind, you is special, and you is important. You is important. Got to tell him every morning. You got to take the knee now, Ramon. You got to get on that one knee. He said, peace is found within self. Nobody can give you peace but yourself.
I agree, Scott. But when I say be his peace, don't bring any chaos to his peace.
He said, that's appreciated, Mario, but a little verbal communication. Yeah. See, Ramon, yeah. Hey, Ramon, it's our day to be picky, brother. Father's Day is coming up this weekend. It's our week to be picky. You're right. I agree. And it's so crazy to me, y'all, because I know we don't watch TV a lot no more. We consume a lot of this. Mm-hmm. But how many of y'all have seen a Father's Day ad?
I have.
Where?
On TV. You know, I watch.
On TV, I see. See, y'all, they don't even listen to us. I said, for those who are consuming this right here, have y'all seen a Father's Day ad? Mm-mm. They consuming us with Mexico winning the soccer game and U.S. winning today against Australia. Like they ain't even they ain't showing us no love. Yep. She said, I have. Where you seen it? Yeah, I'm talking about on YouTube and on social media. Like y'all haven't seen nothing. I guarantee y'all ain't seen nobody tell you, hey, go get this tool set for your father. Like, we're not even consuming regular TV like that no more. Outside of Rain watching news, y'all, nobody's consuming like that. You know what I mean? She said, I watch one on Roku. Okay. You must was watching what's that app? Tubi. Tubi might show it to you now. Ramon said, hey, I appreciate it, but it's way too late. My feelings already hurt.
In too deep. I hate that you went through that. Yeah.
In too deep. I can relate to you, brother. Hey, that's one of them things you just got to live with it and roll with the punches, big dog. You know what I mean? Got to roll with the punches. The child will one day grow up and finally see the light.
Oh, yeah.
Sko said, I watch TV and YouTube and have not. See? Thank you. Not one Father Day ad. Hey, I'm telling y'all, man, it's crazy work, y'all. It's crazy work. And that's the difference, right? They don't even want to program you to encourage men. That's how rare it is. They don't even want to encourage. They don't even want to promote the encouragement of men.
Yeah. Just sad. Sad. Especially the men who are doing what they need to do.
He said, not never. We don't even get it. And if I get a car, I don't even know how to take it. Yeah. Dang.
Yeah. Just soak it in.
I'm telling y'all, man. But I thought it was very interesting, man. Y'all, please go watch that interview, man. The show is called Disturbing the Peace. And it was just very interesting to hear people talk about it from a different viewpoint, not talking about infidelity, but talking about people who actually doing their role but being chopped down by the other partner. You know what I mean? I thought it was very unique. Humble said, we all know Father's Day. We all know fathers are truly unappreciated. The ads will not help anyway. It might be some truth there. I'm telling y'all, man, it's very unique, man. It's very unique, y'all. Very, very unique, man. But let's say hypothetically, Jelly Roll and his girl work out. They don't have any problems. I think a lot of people can take away from that when it comes to like separating as well. He said they flood the two with Mother's Day ads though. Yep. And I'm sure everybody right now ain't even watching premium. If you watch it ain't an ad right now that popped up since we've been on for almost 2 hours. It ain't an ad popped up about a Father's Day gift at all. Like,
what do y'all want for Father's Day?
Acknowledgement.
Okay.
That's all fathers want. Good fathers.
Good father.
Good fathers. Good fathers want acknowledgement.
What does acknowledgement consist of?
We can't tell you all the secrets. See, that's the problem too, y'all. We got to coach them, but the men supposed to get it right on Mother's Day. We supposed to know what card to get. We supposed to know what flower to go get. We supposed to know everything about the woman. But now they like, how do we encourage you? How do we tell you you're doing a good job? Yep. Make sure you get your card ready too. Get your card ready so A Boogie can send a card off. I see memes.
Send a card off to who?
Yeah. See y'all. Told y'all. See y'all can break out. Y'all can break the devil out of them. Now they perfect on the penalty. You bring the devil. I see memes where it's mom saying Happy Father's Day. Oh yeah, that's gonna be heavy on weekend. Every mom, Happy Father's Day to me. Yeah, so disrespectful. So disrespectful. He said, I want a box of appreciation.
Big box.
Big box. He said peace appreciation for Father's Day. Thank you. Yep. See, they telling you. He said, this is the reason why I have side ninja energy. I don't have to worry about no holidays or birthdays. So you just want to settle for mediocrity, huh? I got you, big dog. But do you have anything else for them tonight? That was our topics for tonight, man. We wanted to bring y'all something a little bit different. A little dabble of this, a little dabble of that. I'm sure we're gonna bring y'all got my word. If we see some Karmelo video that's worth it tomorrow, we will be stepping on this.
Yeah, we'll come back tomorrow with that.
Oh, he said a PS5 wouldn't hurt also.
Ramon, you probably already got a PS5. You need a game. You want a Madden 26.
Since we're throwing gifts out there, Ramon, yeah, I would like a concept rower or a concept rower. Let me put it out there to the atmosphere. There you go. I would like a concept roller. I'm trying to get into the high rocks lifestyle. So a roll and a ski erg. Let me put that in there. Ski erg. How you spell erg? Erg. Ski erg.
ERK?
Is it E? That's
I don't
curve.
know. What is it?
Ski erg. I don't know. But yeah, that ski thing. I need that ski thing.
He just put ski in there.
She said, I enjoy the show. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hey, y'all, while y'all here, is there any topics y'all want me and Rain to hit on our show? Because we be doing a lot of research before this show, like literally about 3 days ago. So we be trying to figure out how we want to put the show down. So y'all let us know if there's something y'all want to hear us talk about. We can find a way to put it into the topics. That's no problem. But just let us know what y'all like to hear. He said, I would prefer some top off. If you know, boy, you a fool too deep. He said, put your orders in, fellas. Yeah, put them orders in. I want that ski erg. Stowe said he want the right Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 would be a nice gesture. And y'all hear it, ladies. Ski erg, road concept, Modern Warfare 4. My boy In Too Deep is easy to please. Just take him to the fill him up. Top him off at the fuel pump. He good. Yeah, PS5 for Ramon. We ain't too. Hey, easy stuff. That ski erg, I don't think it's even over 500. I think it's under 500. Yeah, y'all hear that? Yeah, look, Ramon. Yeah, we try to think about living like, hey, we try to get Christmas at least twice a year, man. At least twice a year, big dog. He said, see, you guys want stuff that's going to keep you away from your woman. That's crazy. Hey, In Too Deep, you sipping? Or is In Too Deep sipping right now? No.
We got to bring the No Chaser back, too.
Yeah, we'll bring the No Chaser icebreaker back for sure. Is there any topics y'all want to hear from me and Rain for next week? Y'all let us know. Y'all can get us in the Discord as well. For those who are over at the Discord, I think everybody in the chat tonight is over at the Discord, so that should be easy. I'm gonna copy these links for y'all real quick, so that y'all can catch that what we showed for the Karmelo Anthony. But like I said, I'm sure they're gonna be releasing a lot more throughout the probably overnight, or somebody gonna come out with a magical one they had off their phone that's gonna be even better. He said, Yeah, he said, "Hey, tricking ain't easy. Tricking ain't easy." Yeah.
I
You
do
got
want to say
anything,
this.
Rain? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I do want to say this. It's Father's Day. So thank you to all the fathers who do provide support for their children, who are, making the way for their kids and being present in their kids' lives. Also, I do want to say this, and me and Souls talked about this earlier. I want to say thank you to Souls because y'all, Souls is a good content creator. He's a great when it comes to all these putting together these shows and whatnot. He's the mastermind. I do bring him ideas and whatnot, but when it comes to flowing and getting things in order, he is a great producer. So we need to give him a hand clap and his flowers tonight for this. Souls, thank you for always coming through, putting things together. Cause y'all know sometimes my words get messed up and everything else. My thoughts be sideways and all that. So really and I, from the bottom of my heart too, thank you for introducing me to podcasting and doing panels and whatnot as well. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have never thought it. And I've said that before, but just to give you your flowers again, because y'all think this might be simple. It is far from it.
It was funny, y'all. I hit up Rain. I said, Rain, what we talking about? Oh man, this has been difficult.
Yeah.
She said, I don't know if I'm overthinking this or what. I said, don't worry about it. We'll put it together. We'll put it together.
I got it. I got
it. We'll put it together. But I tell people it's a lot that goes behind the scenes, man. For everybody, I think anybody, man. I know she's talking about me, but even for Rain got something on deck for y'all. Like it's gonna be real good. Thank you, Maria. She got some going. Yeah, okay. And then she got something going coming up very soon that's about to revamp the whole game for her call-in show, which is going to be super dope. Yeah. So I think y'all going to really appreciate that. Appreciate you, humble man. But I tell people all the time, man, this is not easy, dog. And we're all learning every day. Shout out to Classic, man. Classic, I look at the details, man. Classic got a new thing that he does for his clips that he put out today. Super dope. Like it was real quick. So if you don't pay attention to videos, like you won't even notice it. But like, it's like a quick little intro thing with the clock. It was dope. Like I was like, okay. I said I like that.
Classic is going live after the show, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all go over to his channel as well. Yeah.
He said I'm waiting on Souls too. I got you in Too Deep. I got you, man. And me and Too Deep got something very interesting coming up. Which I think is going to be very unique. In Too Deep is a great content creator too, y'all. Like In Too Deep, his grind is out there too. His grind is like
he does a lot of research. Yeah,
too. In Too Deep, people who say they tired of seeing your stuff pop up on their timeline.
I see it all the time.
They say everywhere I look, he popping up on the timeline. Yeah, I say
you in the algorithm.
Yeah, he got it, man, for sure, man. He said, I seen it. Yeah. You're doing your thing, man. So we appreciate everybody, man, who's creating, man. It takes a lot to create, man. But Rain is going to knock out the intro. Y'all make sure y'all head over. Let me hit go Classic. Well, this is Classic Code Sports. Did you put the normal Classic codes up here?
I had.
In Too Deep, you got the normal Classic codes. Classic code is.
I think he got the show already up.
Yeah, so Classic is going to be going up. He said, yeah, In Too Deep content on TikTok before. Yeah. Shoot, like for real. Classic are going to be going live after us. Matter of fact, let me see. While you do, you can go ahead and knock out the outro. I'm going to put the actual link in there.
All right. That is another conversation from Same Soil, Different Roots. Of course, we had different perspectives, different life experiences, but all rooted in something real. So for me, Soft Rain, and for Souls, we appreciate everybody who pulled up tonight, shared their perspective, and allowed space for honest conversation. Whether you agreed, disagreed, or somewhere in between, the goal was never to talk over each other. It was to understand each other a little better. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and share the show. And keep the conversation going in the comments. If you're catching it on the rewatch, leave us a comment. We talk back. And remember, even when we come from the same soil, our roots can still grow differently. Good night, y'all.
Appreciate it. And for y'all to know, he won't be live tonight. It's tomorrow, June the 20th. June the 20th at 8 p.m. He will be live June the 20th. But it's super dope because this is gonna be yeah. I don't know if he in here, but this is what I've been asking for about the first time I met him. So this is gonna be super dope, man. Let me go ahead let me share.
So he changed it. I thought he was going live tonight.
So
Last time I seen it was going live tonight.
He probably was at first, but this is what he's gonna be doing, y'all, man. Tomorrow night, June the 20th. He got the classic jukebox. You can pick the vibe. I'll set the tone, man. 100+ songs, one jukebox, endless vibes. So it's gonna be his music, man. This is what we've been waiting for, dog.
Yes.
So y'all go make sure y'all catch Classic Codes tomorrow, June the 20th at 8 p.m. man. The classic jukebox, super dope, man. Super dope. Man. So that's gonna be dope right there. We'll definitely be tuning into that.
Oh,
man.
yeah, definitely.
Music is fire, so we'll be there, man. Shout out to him. This is make sure y'all help Classic get over the 5K subs. And he put it in there as well. Also, I do have 2 new channels. You will start seeing new content pop up on those channels. It'll be very organic. So if y'all see it, just make sure you like and subscribe. But it's gonna be 2 new channels. It's gonna be super dope. So I'm gonna let Into Deep do his thing. I'm gonna play our song for tonight, and after that song, guys, we'll be done. So here we go.
Jahara took a plea, now the timeline quiet. Yesterday, everybody had a torch and started a riot. Karmelo got the spotlight, every opinion loaded. Everybody played judge before the facts got quoted. Tell me what's justice, tell me what's narrative. When emotions drive the car, facts become comparative. One case got sympathy, one case got scrutiny. Same community debating who deserves immunity. Meanwhile, person got a ring, but they talking about his wife like the color of her skin means more than his whole life. Dropped 40 under pressure, carried New York on his back, won a championship, still discussing who he attract. That's crazy. That's crazy. The trophy on the mantle, but the marriage got the views. We say we want success, then dissect who people choose. LeBron says, stay home, protect what you build. A lot of folks chase attention and wonder why they feel guilt. See, the grass ain't greener, it's just water different. Everybody wants peace, but they addicted to the friction. We scrolling for division, searching for another side. Instead of asking harder questions, we just pick a team and ride. What happened to accountability? What happened to growth? Everybody wants the truth, long as it supports their posts. The comment section loud, the real world whispering. People losing years of life while the internet bickering. One day can change a future, one choice can change a name. One verdict starts healing or pours fuel on the flame. So justice or popularity, truth or tribal loyalty, wisdom or solidarity. Cause if we only protect people when they fit our ideology, then accountability dies and confusion becomes policy. Look in the mirror, don't blame the reflection. Sometimes the hardest truth is personal correction. What we really talking about? That's the question.
Soft rain, no middleman between the truth. I can see it in your eyes, you got it. Pain got your heart moving cautious. Different worlds, but the same kind of scars hit. Different roads, but somehow we still crossed it. Mad cause the world never listened right. Mad cause your truth always turned to fight. But every time you speak, I hit a hurt inside. And every time I talk, I'm trying to heal the divide. All the talks we done had, all the perspectives we shared. Now we trying to understand why nobody cares.